Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. On the air. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season. Between
down, and it wouldn't go down. Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Dak Prescott leading the way onto the field, his fifth year now as a starter as he gets the keys again to this Dallas Cowboys offense.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense,
I'm not a game, stupid fucking controller. Fucking stupid controller. Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that.
they were number one in the league last year in terms of yards per play.
No, Doug there. This is a guy.
And he was second in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes him as their leader.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Third play here, this opening drive is... against a 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. There's CeeDee Lamb, his first NFL catch. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Our quarterback matchup here is certainly one that bears watching. Dak Prescott and Jared Goff, they finished 2nd and 3rd in the NFL in passing yards a year ago behind Jameis Winston. Prescott at 4,902 and then Goff at 4,638. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens...
I'm in the tunnel by myself. I'm late. I'm by myself. Okay. I'm looking out for the juggernaut.
Now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the Rams go on offense for the first time in their brand new SoFi Stadium, and the man leading the way to christen that new stadium in his 5th season now, quarterback Jared Goff.
Plenty new with the Los Angeles Rams this year. Brand new stadium, brand new uniforms. The lead running back has changed, but Jared Goff is back as the quarterback for his 5th season as the starter here with the Rams. The weapons have changed a little bit on the perimeter, but Jared Goff believes that he's going to get back to his gunslinging ways.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just like an absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
There's Gerald McCoy on the tackle. Now in his first year with the Cowboys after 6 Pro Bowl appearances in Tampa and 1 good season in Carolina.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the 50, it's gone. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Decision made for John McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4. And my goodness, this is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
1st down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
This is Tony Pollard. He won't go down. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not
a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick back, regroup here with a big third down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
But how about this, a fake? Well, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's interception return for a Rams touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. This to Jarwin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Draw play. Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
4th down, Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack. first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's got room. Touchdown, L.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Flush to his right. Finding some room at midfield. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11 on second down. It's Elliott, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, able to avoid him. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Rams ready to take over on offense, and they will do so behind the first overall pick in the 2016 draft. Now he's in season number 5 out of Cal. It's Jared Goff.
Well, it's not unusual for a team to have a little bit of a letdown after appearing in the Super Bowl. And the Rams had that Super Bowl letdown after their loss in Super Bowl.
Robert Woods, 20, 10, touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change. One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Here's Prescott, flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. But Charles, you know, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy on the perimeter, he makes you go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure. Right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Well, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on... downs. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, here's Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. So, as mentioned, Charles, you know, the regular season debut of this really beautiful new stadium in Inglewood, going to be housing the Rams and the Chargers who play next week. But what do you think? What's your first impression of it?
Oh, it's awfully favorable, Brandon, when you think about what's gone into putting this stadium together, the thought process, putting together 2 teams, the Rams and the Chargers, and what they would like to see in the stadium, and making sure it all comes together. Plus, the way that they've done things with how they're lighting this.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. Fights through him. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run with guys. Nice. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your
ball's out, falling in midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll roll him out right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Up until the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Pollard. And brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second. Down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First down, Prescott, flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 10th carry now for Elliott. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Elliott. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie C.D. Lamb, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein.
This will be just a 21-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, they'll feel like they can't stop him. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd and 4. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing again is Goff. Looking to start for once, and it's intercepted. And it's Clem Dix with a pick. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Good job, fellas. Good job.
So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. This is Geis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the ground, it's Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's the first NFL carry for the Rams' Todd Gurley replacement, Cam Akers.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams... able to get back within a touchdown. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Now Pollard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And let's gaze our attention up. Ezekiel Elliott. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second. Quarter, what might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Goff. And able to find Higby. It's complete. And I think the ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 1st down, Goff. Open man is Higby, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will make it into the end zone. And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Cooper Kupp had a big season in 2019. Also saw the emergence of tight end Tyler Higbee for the Rams. He really jumped up his game about the last month of the season. But when it came time to ring the bell and get into the end zone, the Rams still look towards Kupp. 10 touchdowns in 2019. Runs his routes with great precision and intelligence.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On first down, this is Geis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And these guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll fire this deep for Gallup. The deflection, it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 72 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And not to be lost with all that's going on here with the opening of this beautiful new stadium, but we still have 2 more games to get to tomorrow night before we wrap up week 1. It starts with the Steelers and Giants from MetLife, followed by the late start, Tennessee and Denver in Mile High.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now gone.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Higbee secures it over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now it's gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
I got my carpet.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A first down carry by Elliott. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. L.A. readies for its next possession.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Geis with the carry on second down. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On 1st and 10, Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats them on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall into the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Now Pollard. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. To the air again, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Prescott yet again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Zerline's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 24-21, the final score. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times? Like that, it erodes confidence in you, and it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. But it'll be second down. Now Goff.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. That's taken in. Complete to Willis. And the Cowboys have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. He has been solid. His team, on the other hand, trailing right now on the scoreboard, but as we get a look at the highlights, he's been good. He's been very good and continues to be so. And you see great evidence of that as we watch the highlight reel. He's trying to figure out what more it's going to take to rally his team to try and get them back in a position to win it. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal. From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now a run with Geis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Defense owned that sequence, kept them right around the goal line.
How about a 3-play sequence where they did exactly as you described? Owned every play, got them backed up. Now they're going to get the football back. Personally, I don't rush the punter here. I play punt safe, let them punt it to me, and give my offense great field position.
Yeah, if you play your cards right, you can be in plus territory pretty quickly here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. So they'll try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe
Robert Woods. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, 62 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Sam Sloman now for the point after.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On the ground, Geis, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Do that every time.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Prescott escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down right around the 37. The big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Prescott. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Elliott breaks through the contact, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll set them back 5. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. Fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out. To the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Man open. It's Cup. He's got it. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Cowboys have recovered. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players. For not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Now Elliott. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now Prescott being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll try again with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. John Johnson with the INT. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly.
It's touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding him.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. Oh, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but
we're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Goff. He gets it in the hands of Guice. Now, loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. They have the night. Cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now. Congratulations. Well, why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. Maybe a frustration penalty. because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They go to Elliott again. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Elliott. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. And now look at this. Big game. It's picked up by the Cowboys. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but
It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And down he'll go at the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. No, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of the penalty.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the 50, it's Goff. Shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll look to run with Akers.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun. Goff. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. It didn't seem like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Italian, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. From the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want to execute it, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.